What's happening? It's Tuesday, so you know what it is. It's 49er Tuesday. You should be happy. You should be ecstatic, really. You should be, as I said on Sunday, elated right now. Not if you're a Cardinals fan. Just got a comment on a short and check out all the shorts, check out all the videos. Welcome to Platform 246. I'm Lawrence. You are on Platform 246. I appreciate you stepping up. Check out the videos, live streams, long form videos, and shorts. Lots and lots of shorts. There's a short specifically, and I apologize if I was late. Don't want to be short there. Come up short on that either. Cheers. Cheers, Daniel. Goddamn right. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday for some of you. It's spaghetti here today. We're, everybody's good game, Daniel. Absolutely. Amazing game. Tommy, welcome into everybody. Like I said, you should be happy. You should be elated right now if you are a 49ers fan. Now, if you are an Arizona Cardinals fan, you may not be as happy. If you're an Arizona Cardinals coach, you may not be as happy these days, apparently, right? Again, check out the shorts. We got it up there. But I just got a comment on one of the shorts. BS. That play lost you the game. Stop with the PC emoji of shit. Be honest. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Always say what you mean and mean what you say. That's a man thing. Man shit Tuesday. Say what you mean what you say. That's somebody commenting on Jonathan Gannon slapping his player, Imari DiMercado. What in the hell kind of name is that, by the way? The name of a man who would drop the ball before the goal line. But we didn't drop anything. We being the faithful pronouns. We didn't drop anything. Lawrence Winters got picked on. Is he regressing, bruh? Uh, y- I don't think he's regressing just yet. I don't think we can say that he's regressing from what he did in the first couple of weeks. He can have a tough game though. He's young. That's where I would get. Yes, it's 5 weeks into the season, and he's just a five-time starter. Is what I would attribute that to. I would attribute that to him being young. If you know me, if you know the show, I don't really like to get down with that kind of stuff. Oh, they're young. Oh, come on, kid. No, you are a grown man pulling in a fat paycheck. Okay. They're saying, "What's up, Tommy Huxley?" Tommy Huxley says something that's irrelevant and untrue, both at the same time. Not sure how you can do that. David says, "F the Rams. They played two bums." I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. David says Dodgers going back to back. Daniel says, "Go Dodgers, Tommy. Go Dodgers." Reds trash and the Phillies are the most overrated bunch of sissies I've ever seen. Even more than your team. Hey David, go Dodgers. Let's get it. Niner gang and don't bang. I agree with that, David. Thank you, Corona. I appreciate you for having my back for one, because Tommy's already starting with the bullshit. And for the other David, I appreciate this Niner gang and don't bang. Don't do it. Don't gang bang. It's not good. Gang banging is not a manly thing to do. It's for pussies. It's for punks. One time you should need a whole bunch of people around you is if you play a team sport. Outside of that, you are a bitch. We try to keep it. We're trying to keep it PG here, but you guys took me to the hood. 49ers win in a crazy game. We got everybody in the building today. Crazy Juice, what's up, sir? We own the Phillies and your daddy Brewers. Clearly, clearly, not all of us folks. David saying what's cracking to Tommy. Not all of us can see. Not all of us have our specs on. Not all of us have on our Benjamin Franklins right now. This thumbnail clearly shows football. This thumbnail clearly shows football. It doesn't say anything about bitterness. It doesn't say anything about baseball. So I'm not sure where the disconnect is coming from, especially from someone with a wrench. How? How are you doing that? How can anybody be cooking Dodger fans right now outside of their delirium? I want to know. The Dodgers are the only undefeated team in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not even looking that up. I'm just guessing. The M's came in thinking they whip our asses. Wrong. Negative. Let's talk about it. 49ers defeat the Rams. All our games so far have been tough, but 4-1 on top of the NFC West. You can't beat that with a baseball bat, right, Tommy? Yes, we are 4-1. Are the Niners? It was an epic, epic game. Crazy stuff happening nonstop. It ends with a walk off stuffs you, stops you dead in your tracks. You thought you had a friend, but you didn't. Hopefully, you have friends at home because that's where the Rams were going at the end of that game, and they weren't happy about it. Long, crazy game. It started off. I would say. I would say you could say rocky. You know, um, it was stressful throughout. What'd you say, dude? Uh, rocky and stressful throughout, but we were able to pull it out thanks to the offense. Yeah, thanks to the offense. Thanks to the defense. Thanks to the special teams. And dare we all say it, faithful. Thanks to Kyle Shanahan. Some of us say no shot. What I got from one of my friends today, Brian Bailey, and one of my sons, is that the team is winning in spite of Kyle Shanahan. That's got to be the most embarrassing loss in French. Yeah, it has to be. Has to be. Without question. The Bucks game will be tough. Stafford was slinging it, and we still won. Was he really though? Everyone has a great day. I do baseball right. Bam, you got damn. You got damn right. The Dodgers do baseball right. But we're not talking about that. Like I said, I don't want to be a hypocrite. This is clearly a football stream. So we got a chance to beat the Rams 26-23. And my thoughts on the game. First, we needed that win really badly. Now we're already up in the division on everybody, but I think more than anything, what it did was let everybody know that the Niners are back and how resilient we are as a team. Despite missing every player that's ever played for us, we still got the W. We had a whole bunch of, as it's been going around this week, in and out order takers, Smith's workers. Uh, shout out to my man Kurt Warner. We had grocery baggers on the field this week and rookies, grocery baggers and rookies, and we still won the game. Now, as tough as the game was, too, we probably could have won by more. I think it was a tough game. It was hard to play. Stafford was being Stafford. All the little 4 yard passes to Pacquiao, they were all working. It's very difficult to stop that. But if you can bend and not break, that's where you can end up winning games. And I think that first, it was probably our best team game of the season so far. It took place from everybody. Kyle Shanahan asked the team at in the press conference after the game, "Hey, who made the tackle?" All these motherfuckers said, "I did. I did. Wait, we did. We all did. We all did." They're all screaming, "We all did!" Like they were all 11. One thing Kyle is not going to do is lose the locker room. Apparently, you know what I'm saying. But yes, everybody's screaming, "We all did. We all did." They all made that final tackle. And then Kyron Williams crying on the bench with his big mouth ass, talking about we're the big brother now. Who told you that? Who told you that, K Dub? Who told you that? Because they lied to you. You have and never will be the big brother, Rams. Let me tell you all something. I've been watching the 49ers play the Rams for a long time. At one point in time, we had won like 20, 22, 23 straight games against them in the late 90s and 2000s. We sucked, but we still beat the Rams. Yeah, they had no answer for KB off the scrap heap. We're going to talk about KB. We're going to talk about Kendrick. That Kendrick. Now again, Pacquiao, all over the field, right? All a whole bunch of 6 yard completions. Thanks for coming, Pacquiao. Puka the cacao. Thank you for coming. See, boom, out of here. I, Before the game, I saw people saying, "Is he? When are we going to give him his credit? When are we going to say that Pacquiao is the best wide receiver in the NFL?" Never. If it happens, because it's not today, catching a whole bunch of screens and out routes and comeback routes and trap routes and slant routes. Fuck, I could do that. So, I mean, to give this man all the flowers in the world, have his fucking room looking like a funeral, is not. He does have a fat mouth. It's not what we want to do. It's sad the Rams have no. Is it sad though? Is it sad or is it just reality? See, because us men, we deal in reality. Men have to just live in reality. You can't be sad about it, right? You got to deal. You got to get up every day, keep pressing. So, while it may be embarrassing, just as many Chargers fans there as Rams fans. Niners own us. Who is us, Daniel? I thought you were Daniel. Are you a Rams fan? Well, we have no fans. Yes, yes. Daniel, I guess I had a misconception all this time that you were on my side. Daniel, not last season. We sucked. Yeah, last season we were horrendous. Puka and Adams had under 100 yards, and Bourne had 142. Holla if you hear me. Kendrick Lamar Bourne. A star is born. Kendrick is reborn. All the phrases that you might want to say and throw out for Kendrick Moore, all the ones that are bubbling up in your chest that you want to get out right now, do it. They're all there. Offense does need to score more. Amen, Crazy. So I'm glad you said that. The offense played well, but did they really play well enough? And the field goals. We scored 26 points. You know what that means? That's four fat field goals. Now they got down on the 1 yard line, ran the little out. We still have no rushing touchdowns. Still have zero. But we did get on down on the goal line, run a nice little play to Christian McCaffrey, and those goal line pass plays are something else. You know what I mean? You got Russell Wilson, infamous for it. Russell and Pete, right? Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Please do as David said. I forgot thus far, and I'm shocked. Hit the like button. It says your Mac will sleep soon, son. It says your Mac will sleep soon. Hmm? Pretty sure. Uh, we got down. Yesterday, the Chiefs tried to do the same thing or something similar. A concept that I guess they run a lot, and they run it too much apparently. Just that little crossing route, little rub shit down there on the goal line. It worked for Christian McCaffrey yesterday. Didn't work for the Chiefs. They ended up with a pick six because of it. Thank you, son. You never know. Life comes at you quick. And for a minute the other day, I thought a tie could be coming at us quick, which would have been just hideous. It really would have been hideous. Now I can't get out of this. What in the blue hell? All right, here we go. We're back. Oh, damn. And Tommy, boom. You know what? Did somebody unblock you? Kermit, my phones got punked last night. Tommy, as a matter of fact, you were like it said that you have eliminated Tommy Huxley forever, is what it said to me on YouTube the other day after I fucking put you in timeout because you kept spoiling the game. I forgot to even fix it, but it fixed by itself apparently. Kermit, my phones got punked last night. Yeah, he Kermit got punked last night. He did. But the Rams got punked by us on Thursday Night Football live for the world to see. Oh, damn. Daniel had you blocked too? Tommy, what do you be doing out there in the streets, bruh? What do you be doing out there in the streets? Mac Daddy, crisscross will make you jump. And right now, you're used to it. Right now, Mac is jumping. Like, what was Beyonce's group name? You forget. That's crazy. I forgot. Destiny Child. Jumping, jumping. Mac is jumping like crisscross. Tommy's a gangster. Mac Jones deserves to be a starter. Not here. You're damn right, Daniel. He does. Not here, probably. Not at least not full time forever. Not like with all that pressure. But he stepped up to the podium day one and said, "Hey, I'm the backup. I'm the backup. I know my role. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna play ball." And that's what he's done. Mac Jones has looked every bit of the MVP. If you ask me, now he's only played 3 games. He didn't get a full tilt, but he's looked every bit of the MVP throughout the league. They're calling the men that we have coming up this weekend. They're calling Dak, the wrong mixed quarterback. They're calling Dak the MVP. They're calling Baker the MVP. What about Mac Daddy? The man threw for 370 again, no picks, gets the win, beat all to hell in the game. Please hit the thumbs up for Mac Jones's health. Hit the thumbs up for Mac Jones's health because he needs it. He was beat to. If we had to play again this week, or like really, how would he get through it? I think that he'd be hard pressed. We'd be looking at Mr. Martinez, and that sounds like a teacher. We'd be looking at that other guy, number 4, playing quarterback, and I ain't talking Brett. Although you probably wouldn't want Brett Favre within your organization because he's just a cancer. He's just a pillar holding up shit all around. Brett Favre. And he might go touch a lady inappropriately, and he might steal from you. We have our own number 4, Martinez. I can't. His first name escapes me right now, but it's irrelevant. Much like he. And I'm not talking about Brock irrelevant. We don't have the lightning doesn't strike twice. You can't catch it in the bottle twice. Whoever Adrian Martinez is, or whoever that motherfucker is that's on the team wearing number 4, pretending to be a quarterback, if he catches the field, I give up. If we get the chance to see him on the field, you won't get a chance to see me on here anymore. But right now we are doing. Thank you very much, crazy Adrian, Adrian Martinez. Right now we're doing great with Mac Jones, and he does deserve, I think, to be a starter in the league. Like I said, I'm not positive. He would have to give us at least like 8 games, which of course none of us want. We all want Brock Purdy to get healthy so badly and come back and play well so badly. For one, so that everything is normal. 2, so we don't got to hear the quarterback. I won't say controversy, but the quarterback communication, the quarterback discord. So far, people saying, "Hey," people like Dick Wright, "Hey, why'd you give Brock Purdy so much money when Mac Jones can do the same thing?" I'm so tired of hearing that. Mac Jones has played very, very well. Boom. I None of us have, David. None of us have. Grace says he played for the Birmingham Stallions of the. Really? So we're going and plucking people away from the rock. That's what we're doing. We're going to go get Dwayne Johnson's players. Yeah, I don't think so. I hope not. Hopefully, Mac and he's tough as dirt as nails. He was getting my heart was breaking by the second as I watched him lie on the ground like a movie, clutching his knee, and then like a movie. Next thing you know, next scene, scene switches. He's back up on the sideline, standing. Like, what? Walking up the field on his own power. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. He just wanted to blow my brains out, apparently, or he wanted me to do so. He wanted me to run down to Inglewood and start to riot, is what he wanted me to do. I'm not far. He wanted me to run down to Inglewood and break up some storefront windows, set some shit on fire, turn some light poles over because Brock's out, and now he's out in the same game. Luckily, we didn't have to do that, and he came and gave us 370 yards, 370. Is it Kyle? Don't ask Trey. Okay, don't ask him. Now I had this locked and loaded for the game on Sunday, and that's tell me that's not funny. Kyle Blandahan. I had it ready to go, loaded up like a nine Glock. All I needed a place to fire my bullets off. But what happened? Kyle was in his Louis Vuitton bag. Crazy ass plays, no inexplicable. I think he did call a timeout one time that I wasn't too happy about, but no inexplicable coaching calls. He pretty much called the same game all the way through. We all know how he like tries to connect forward with his play calling and shit like that. I'm gonna call this type of play at the first quarter. These type of plays in the third. It didn't seem like that. It seemed like he was very consistent in everything that he did, every call that he made. So that's why you get this, Kyle. You get this one. No bland to hand because nothing about that game, first of all, was bland. My I don't know. My mental is still discombobulated from that game. Wondering how he won. Some of the plays that I saw, Kendrick Bourne turning into Jerry Rice. Kendrick Bourne doing on our side of the field what the Rams figured and thought that they were going to do on their side of the field coming into that game. I think they thought they caught us slipping. But one thing that I think that we have to stop doing is calling this a rivalry between Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. Now, they have a chip, and Kyle's chip bag is closed. Okay, the chip factory for Kyle Shanahan Lay's is shut down. It may reopen, but Kyle's chip factory is closed. Sean McVay has the championship. That's different from the rivalry, though. That's poo poo for you all. Good on you. But as far as the Niners and the Rams, Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, ain't no way. To continue to call it a rivalry is just silly. We own the Rams every year, no matter really the team, no matter how close the games are, they're gonna ram, and we're gonna likely win. Kyle's beat his mark ass in the regular season. It's something like 10-2 or some shit like that. I don't know. It's pretty wild though. The disparity between the Niners and the Rams coaching staff is like this. Now, defense wins championships. I think we all have heard that before. Defense and not idiotic play calling, not scaredness. Puss. What's up, Bebop? How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Please smash the thumbs up for me if you don't mind. I appreciate it. And share the video. Oh, okay, my bad. Thank you, Tommy. My bad. Okay, 11-6. That's still pretty fucked up, if you ask me. 11 wins to 6 in the regular season. Some more embarrassing than others. Again, some very, very, very close. It's a division game. That's what I think makes this more spectacular for Mr. Shitterhand, Mr. Master Splinter, Mr. Kyle, coach, continually beating someone who's in your division. Seven if you count the playoffs, right? Thank you. So we only played once in the playoffs. 11-7. They need about two more wins on us before we can start calling this a rivalry again. And the playoffs, we not, I mean, that's the playoffs. That's a whole different beast, a whole different animal, a whole different year. Playoffs are in a different calendar year. So as far as the regular season goes, Sean McVay, you and your frosted tips have me saying thank you, Kyle Shanahan, today. Because you made Kyle look like honestly the Kyle that I hope and pray for every single day and week. He actually showed emotion on the field. You know, in Ninja Turtles, Master Splinter never showed any emotion. Laughed like once in seven movies. Kyle was smiling, fist bumping after the game. Of course, juxtapose Robert Sala, who's doing cartwheels. But I digress. Every man's their own man. We all celebrate how we want to. Kyle mainly internally, it seems. But he was calling good plays, and I mean some great plays. At good, are you over there making hand signals? Trey's over here listening to the stream, disagreeing with everything I say about Kyle. I say he's calling great plays. I say him out the corner of my eye. We got to give Coach some credit. Now, what I will say is again, people are saying, and I want to ask what all of you think, whether you watch this video now, and if you're here with us now, you stopped in, slipped in, fell in, sat down with every, full thought process in doing so. I appreciate it either way. And I want to ask you all, are we winning in spite of Kyle Shanahan? 5 games into the season. Are we winning in spite of him? Is the team outperforming Kyle? Because some people have Kyle up for coach of the year so far. Some people have Kyle out the door still. So polarizing to say the least. What do you think? If I had, I guess because I'm an eternal optimist, positive platform 246. We talk about that all the time. Positive platform, right? I want to say that he's doing a damn good job with the coaching staff, with the team. That Robert Sala coming back, even though we still don't sack anyone, there's something to it. Those players were looking for him. Demo was made a beeline for Robert Sala. They were looking for him. Had they done that over the last 2 years, I think they would just walked off the field. Game over. Nick Sorensen? Nope. They were all looking for the coach. And we got a smile out of Kyle. Bebop says Kyle is playing that slow chess game. He's moving his little pawns. That's Sean McVay and his frosted tips. He has a plan. He about to drop a knight and a rook E7 LH this Sunday on the Bucks. I don't know if we're going to talk much about them today because I don't give them any respect because I hate Baker Mayfield. He called somebody a pussy the other day. Now I'll call you a pussy too, but I'm not a quarterback in the NFL. He's just standing there like a 9-year-old that just couldn't help himself. Somebody's trying to pick on him. Like, brother, you are a grown man, homie. You have to have a little bit more tact than that. Of course, we've all seen him grab he pointed to his crotch. I think he may be, he may be confused. He does a lot of crotch grabbing to men. Here's my crotch. Come get it. That's Baker Mayfield. You don't believe me? Google it. YouTube it. Not right now. After the program. He's always inviting the man to his crotch. Well, this Sunday, Baker, you can invite the whole gang to your crotch, if you like. See how it works out for you, Baker. Especially with Kyle playing again. Kyle playing chess right now. Trey says Kyle is playing uh, Candyland. Kyle's what'd you say? Or with himself. Both teams are 4-1. It's going to be an excellent game. Are both teams an even 4-1 though? I think Mr. Shanahan. I think having 10 days to get ready for this game too. Look the hell out. He's going to settle in, watch their defense give up 700 points to Seattle, who we just played and really couldn't score on us. He's going to watch it and he's going to be ready for it. And I believe I got a friend that lives out there. Actually, I have two people that live out there, two family members. Only one is a friend and a family member. Only one is a friend of anything Florida, meaning the Bucks. And he I haven't spoken to that man in I don't know since the last time we played the Bucks. But he sure shit made sure to hit me the other day when they were 4-1 and hit me up on Facebook. That is. That's where the older people. That's where the millennials hang out. Facebook. He hit me on Facebook and he was like, we're playing this weekend. Well, no shit. No shit. We're playing, you're losing. We're playing, you're losing. That's what's happening this weekend. The Bucks are the Bucks. I mean, we don't really need to spend a lot of time on them. Uh, Mike Evans, maybe he can do something good from a fantasy team. Emeka Ibuka certainly will do something good for my fantasy team. Go Buckeyes. Emeka Ibuka, perform. Emeka Ibuka is nice, isn't he? It's gonna be a struggle for Diamador Lenore covering that little motherfucker. But I think he can do it. The defense did their job this last week. We covered the best wide receiver in the entire NFL. Pacquiao, Nakakao, also known as Puka Nakua. People were really saying this week that he is the best wide receiver in football before our game. That's because everybody wanted us to lose, and they were looking for reasons as to why we were going to. They never learned. But we shut Pacquiao down similar to the way Mayweather did. Whole bunch of empty shots. He had like 10 catches for squat. No, nothing in the end zone. He's never scoring. He's like that dude at the prom. We all saw him. Hopefully you weren't him. We all saw him. We all knew who he was. We knew before the prom who he was going to be. And if you've graduated too far past the prom to remember, Lord knows I have, the man at the club who tried all night was throwing his line out everywhere, but he didn't really catch anything special. If he got a number, it was probably wrong. We all know who he is, and that's Pacquiao. He's going to give you a great effort. He's going to hit up every woman in the club, but at the end of the night, it's going to be a whole bunch of empty calories. So he had 15 catches for 90 yards. No, whoop de doo. Defense is still not getting to the quarterback. Why is that? Well, Nick Bosa ripped up his entire chicken leg. You would think with Nick Bosa's legs being so big, assumingly so strong, that the tissue within it wouldn't be so weak. But the bones. But it's his second major knee surgery, major knee injury, season ending. Thanks for coming, Nick. So there's that. The blitzes that we all saw during the regular season, I mean during the preseason from Robert Sala, They had me getting excited, had me getting damp even. Where did they go? Where have they gone? The only thing that really saves us is I believe we get enough pressure. I think on the quarterback, we can't bring him down. We're not really affecting the throws. Maybe we're rushing them a little bit. We get enough pressure, but our linebackers and our secondary are playing fairly well. Some of them maybe even playing out above their actual talent level, especially being so young. And the young players on our defense stood up for us this week in the middle, across everyone except for who was supposed to be Nick Bosa, Michael, CJ, and then of course Big AC, right? Coming in like Evander Holyfield, big ass motherfucker, swinging rights and lefts. Boop! There goes the ball. Somebody said he punched him in his head to make him fumble. That was funny. I saw that this week. He punched him in his head. Now he got his big fucking bear mitt right on the ball. Peace. They were about to score on us. A rookie comes flying in out of nowhere. Right hand straight for the ball. And to recover it, oh so lovely. And all it's going to do, for, I think our defensive line is going to get better. Huff, I don't know. Bryce Huff, like he made a play. It's like all the other people that have been on the other side of Nick Bosa. They make like one play in one game or one play in two games. And in the other 15 games of the season, you don't even hear from them again. We all remember Drake Jackson, 11 sacks in a game and all that, right? He's still stuck on that number for his career. So Bryce Huff, ending the games with strip sack fumbles, gone now. Michael Williams, I believe, still has no sacks, but the edges running to the edges is different than it was last season. And for me, that's almost enough right now. You can't really run on us. Last year we were a sieve. There was an extendo on our faucet to make it just run harder. You could do anything you wanted against us last year in the run game, but that's changed. We went Salah heavy in the draft on the front line and the back line. We had just as many rookies on the field on defense as we did people with years under their belt, and we got the win. To me, it's really nothing but coaching, talent, of course, but we just have a better coach and a better scheme on defense. Not perfect, but a better coach and a better scheme on defense. So the talent gets to shine. The talent gets to show its talent as opposed to thinking or moonwalking backwards under the Nick Sorensen regime. We were horrible on defense last year. And at the end of the game or in overtime, I said we just needed the 3 minutes of the greatest defense ever. And the team gave it to us. We walk away with the dub. Fred Warner running off the field at the end of the game, helmet off, hair just whew, flipping, whipping. All the players actually celebrating with the coach because he's not up in the box. And our defense will carry our offense, I think, throughout the season, as long as it stays intact the way that it is right now. No more injuries and the missed tackles, injuries and missing tackles. We need to gang tackle like we were doing 2, 3 years ago. Get back to gang tackling, and the defense is going to be just fine. We have the talent there. We have and I think that our fans may take Fred Warner for granted. I know I do. I take Fred Warner for granted. I take how good he is for granted because I don't know if I'm wanting something else because he drops so many interceptions. He's just so close to so many picks. Maybe that's why. But he's all over the field and he doesn't miss tackles. When's the last time you saw Fred Warner hugging air, flying past somebody empty handed? Can you remember? So we have a great leader on defense on the field. We have a better leader on defense and a better mind. Someone that actually has energy that doesn't need a five today bar, 5 hour energy. The defensive coordinator. When your defensive coordinator takes prunes, you probably gonna have a problem. There's only a handful of old, decrepit DCs in the league that are still kicking ass. That's because they're using tricks that they learned when everything that's illegal today was still legal. They've been doing it for 45 years at a high level, not like Nick Sorensen. So thank you so much, Robert Sala. I could not be happier to see your ball headed ass back. Also, Robert Sala on defense. I know you have a certain edge to you. Lay out the lay out the other coaches, bro. We don't need that in the faithful land. Lay off the other coaches, the sign stealing and shit like that. Like Salah's come back a different animal. He's got more jokes than ever. He has more. You can just tip the. He's always been a pretty confident dude, speaking and shit like that. But now it seems like he's just like, man, I read my own team, bro. Before, okay, I know how to do this. Just let me do my thing, Kyle. And Kyle's let him do his thing. Kyle's let him do his thing. Doing their thing also. Eddie D, Eddie De Niro, and we're moving right along here. Thank you all for stepping up on platform 246. Please smash the thumbs up button, share the video around to a friend or a foe, whichever. It just depends upon how you want to make them feel. Leave a comment for us. If you want to jump on and say something, you can even do that. My apologies. I didn't drop the link. You know how I like to say that. Link is dropped now. We still have time. You can still jump in, step up with me, tell me how you're feeling. How you feel as a 49er fan. If you're not a 49ers fan and you have another team, my condolences, but you're welcome. So thank you all. Again, smash the thumbs up button, the like button. You all know what to do. I appreciate it. Right now, the Blue Jays are doing it to the Yankees and not how they like it. Uh, but Eddie D, speaking of doing things that are liked, kicking field goals straight through the middle of the uprights. I can't ask for more. Every kick is right down the middle, just about. I wonder what our record would be if we did not have Eddie D. Now his name's not Eddie D, it's Eddie Pinheiro. But all you motherfuckers want to call him Eddie De Niro. So I give in. Excuse me. Eddie D was money though. This past, I believe he made, and I could look it up, but I believe he now will be the record holder for the 49ers as far as field goals go. 59-yard field goal from Eddie De Niro Pinheiro. No more pulling out your hero when special, at least when we're kicking a field goal or an extra point. Kickoff and punt coverage, that's a different story. But when the field goals come, when we need something to get right down the middle of the slit, right down where the clit is, Eddie is money. We had another Eddie D here in the past that was money, big money. Eddie DeBartolo. Maybe this is a good sign. We have another Eddie D on the team. Did you realize that? Even though it's not real, but we can pretend. Eddie D, Eddie P, whatever. It's the same shit, the same structure, same grammatical structure. D and P. Eddie DeBartolo, Eddie De Niro. We've come full circle. Maybe it's time to win another chip. And now We would have won the chip a couple of years ago, right? We didn't because it's a field goal kicker. Because we went to overtime. So if we had 3 more points, there's never an overtime. That's just my math. That's platform math. Now let Eddie Pinheiro get his ass into the Super Bowl. And you can see it. The previous kicker that we had here, who will remain nameless, he had no skills, no heart, no strength, no balls. I hearken to say he was not even a man. I'm not sure where he fell on the binary chart. So finally, Kyle Shanahan gets rid of him, signs somebody working at your local can recycling facility, Eddie Pinheiro. And Eddie said, fuck yeah, it's my time. It's my time now. You saw him in the locker room when he got signed. He was ecstatic because he had previously played for the Bears and the Panthers, I believe. Who would ever want that? And now he's a Niner. That's like literally being in the upside down, being in Stranger Things, and then it flips back. Now you're on Earth. Holy shit! The lights out. It's light outside. The sun shines over here. Yeah, Eddie, it's possible. You can be on a good team, and now you are. And I couldn't be happier. 59-yard field goals don't well they do come around every day now, but thankfully they can come around our way now. Because 4 weeks ago there isn't any way in heaven, the world, or hell, all three layers, that we would have had a 59-yard field goal made for our team. You could have had a bomb in the stadium and said, if you don't make this kick, and we're going to give you 22 tries, if you don't make this field goal, we're going to blow up the stadium. And we would have saw all 22. You see what I did there? We would have saw the film of him missing a bunch of field goals and then a stadium imploding like in Batman. Bane must have been outside. Nope. Jake Moody was just on the inside. So now there's no more implosions and explosions and just people dropping dead like the Walking Dead on the sideline for the 49ers after field goal kicks anymore. Who's to stop us now? We got a lethal 59-yard weapon on the sideline with swag and attitude, with an actual nickname, with a face that people like. Jake Moody had a punchable, slappable face. And then once you saw him do his job, it further emphasized his punchable, slappable face. But Eddie D is just money. Eddie De Niro is just a good kicker. Excuse me. You, because you don't have to have a good kicker. That's like the Adam Vinatieri's, things like that. People that are going to get you not only points in a game, but fantasy points, kickers. The Cowboys kicker. He gets you fantasy points. That's a good kicker. But now we have a kicker, not a pretender. Speaking of fantasy points, NFL fantasy points, this guy, the blessing in disguise, white Jesus himself, Christian, bless us, Christian McCaffrey, Mick OPOY. You can't really get more usage, I believe, than what Christian McCaffrey is experiencing right now. We can take that one of two ways. Kyle, you're overdoing it. And notice which one I said first. Kyle, You're overdoing it. Christian, you signed Brian Jackson, Brian Curtis Jackson, but you're not using him. That man can take a bullet. You don't think he can run through the D line? You don't think he can take a couple tackles from the linebackers? We have a backup running back, Kyle. His name is not Isaac Garendo. I hope we all have come around to that Isaac Garendo is not the Mick Opoy backup. He stinks. He's injury prone and he stinks. He's fast. Amen, CMC. And he's been giving us nothing but amens and Hail Marys all season long, blessing us like holy water. Whoop, bless me, Christian. He's been blessing us. He's been blessing Kyle. He's been blessing Brock. He's been blessing our man, Daddy Mac Jones. Now, he's averaging -3 yards per carry. That's on the O line, though. He said he's a heavyweight, by the way. Christian McCaffrey said if he was a boxer or a fighter, he said he would be a heavyweight. I can believe that. He's ripped up. He's jacked. But he may be a little too ripped and jacked to be trying to slip through those paper thin holes that the offensive line is opening up. And they're all healthy. They're just not good. Damn sure not great. Trent Williams did atone for his previous week, I think. But blocking for Christian McCaffrey should be one of the easier jobs in the NFL. And so far, it has not seemed that way. So, what does that mean? That means Christian has to do his own thing. He has to show us that white men can jump. And he's been doing that. He's out of the backfield 2 seconds, wide open. You don't see the pass, Mac Jones. Kendrick Bourne isn't sailing down the sideline or running across the route. Kendrick Bourne isn't sailing down the sideline. Dump it down. Christian's right there. Blessing, holy water. Christian McCaffrey has been like holy water for this team. He's been like water in the Sahara, period. He is essential to our survival. So, again, as my man Bebop said, keep the team healthy, please. That means keep Christian healthy. I think if Christian stays healthy, I believe we can do anything. If there's one player walking out on the field and it says 23 on his fucking jersey, then I believe we can do it. Doesn't matter who we're playing. The best thing about that is he believes it. That little motherfucker thinks he's good. And he has been good for us since really the moment that he's gotten here. I really want to see more yards per rush. I really want to see him eclipse 100 yards rushing. These are all obviously personal uh, plot points that I'm looking for, personal stat metrics for me. I want to see a touchdown. I want to see 100 yards rushing. I don't want to see 140 total yards, and 80 of them are from receptions. But again, that's the Madden coming out of me right there. Too much Madden, too many years of Madden. But this man is a running back, one of, if not the best running back in football. And he's going to, again, this season, out of pure usage, Kyle, he's going to win the Offensive Player of the Year award again. It's going to be between he and our man out there, my guy, another motherfucking fantasy football killer. And shout out to him from the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. He won me my fantasy this week. So thank you, Jonathan Taylor. It's going to be between he and Christian as far as who the Offensive Player of the Year is. I think you got to give it to Christian again, because again, that team's gonna hit a wall like a crash test dummy. The Colts, it may be us, but they're gonna hit the wall. Daniel Jones is gonna hit the wall. which then could in turn actually make Jonathan Taylor even more of a favorite for the OPOY because the coach is eventually going to at some point say, okay, we can't throw the ball with you. Just turn around and hand it off, Loke. But right now, I say that you have to give it to Christian. This week against the Bucks, it's going to be tough to run against the Bucks for Christian. I can say that. I really don't think that there should be really any question about that. You shouldn't, and you shouldn't, Crazy Juice. Like I said, it's just the Madden coming out of me. I want him to win the OPOY, but I want to win a Super Bowl, obviously, 172 times more. Than I want this motherfucker to win some award from a dumbass show that's going to come up and take up time on a Saturday night on TV or a Thursday out of rando. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see their wives. None of that. I just want to see the 49ers winning football games. And we got a game against the Bucks this Sunday. The running game has not been where I want it to be, but that's okay because we have players on this team that goddamn can squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Kendrick Lamar Bourne, one Kendrick Lamar Bourne, and you know how much he loves to dance. You know how much Kendrick likes to dance. Kendrick Bourne forgot what his name is this past weekend or this last week on Thursday. He forgot his name. The world's a funny place. A lot of stuff happens to us. He plays in the NFL, so he probably knows all kinds of people. All kinds of shit goes down in your life every week. You can forget your name every once in a while. And he thought his middle name was Lamar, apparently. Like, really good at your job. Elite. Elite at your job. Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar Bourne. Elite at his job, at least on Thursday. Did he have a drop? Yes, he did. Does Kendrick drop for the last fucking how long has it been? How long has he been eating Drake's lunch? For the last year and a half, Kendrick dropped. Kendrick dropped. Squabble up. The grams. But you know, oh shit, Kendrick dropped again. Drake, that's what was coming. That's what how the game was starting on Thursday. Drops. Kendrick dropped. Putting balls on the ground. You would think he wouldn't be so childlike with wonder before every game. Dancing, singing, doing the splits. You would think he wouldn't do that shit, knowing that he knows he's about to come out there and put the ball on the turf, at least like twice a game, and that could be his whole outing. Not to go 10 for 140 plus on the other side of that, but he did. And we're not talking about Pacquiao's catches, crossers. We're not talking about the Debo package. No, we're talking about going up the field. Deep crosses if you got to run across, because we know Cal. Posts. Kendrick Lamar Bourne was everywhere. He has autonomy for me for just until the Bucks game to dance, dance, dance the night away like dance fever. If he plays like that, Soul Train, James Brown, Michael Jackson, do it all, Kendrick. If you play like that, SG, what's up, SGA? SG says hi, Lawrence. What's going on? He says, hey, Lawrence, I'm calling the Buccaneers versus 49ers game on October 12th. Would you like to call the game with me? I would love and co-host to join me, and that would be fire. Are you interested? I will hit you on the back channels, SG, and I will let you know that. We don't talk business on the show. But thank you for stepping up. Please hit that thumbs up, SG. I'll hit you on Twitter. I'll let you know. Thank you for the invitation as well. But Kendrick Lamar born invited all my hate, all of it, all of it, and there is a lot for Kendrick. I am not the biggest Kendrick Lamar born fan personally. KB, no, because I've seen enough of this. Shit, I've seen far too much of that over his time with the Niners. Time. Why do you think he left? Because he priced himself out of us, knowing how he actually plays. But last Thursday, last Thursday, Roman numeral seven, babe, drop it like it's hot. He wasn't dropping anything. Roman numeral seven, or no matter what it was, Kendrick Lamar, born, was holding on to everything. He looked like our number one receiver. He's not, but he looked like our number one receiver. And I was pretty proud of Kendrick because he's been much maligned by me and some other faithful because we know that he's really like right here, probably. He's like right here as far as a player. But we know Cal loves those right here players. He thinks that all of them will turn into George Kittle, Fred Warner. But they can't all be winners. But Kendrick Bourne helped us be winners this past week without question. I don't think we can. I don't think that I can crap all over him for last week's game. I can't take anything away from him. He did excellent. We needed every single one of his catches. Our man Mac Daddy needed every single one of his catches. SG says, Lawrence, I love your YouTube channel. Thank you, brother. You make some great content. You're super funny, and you do a great job covering the Niners. Thank you very much, SG. SGA. I appreciate that. Check out SGA's channel, folks, as well, please. He says, I have relatives coming over. We're going to be doing a vacation for 3 days. My mom, my dad, my cousins, my aunt, my uncle, my pet are all going to be coming along in the car. Well, I would say, first of all, make sure that you have told them all about Platform 246 SGA. I tell you all the time, share this with your family. Oh, shit. Are they? Are they? I was too wrapped up with y'all, my folks. It's still here right here on. Yeah, Yankees are on a comeback, and it's still early. Toronto up 6-3 right now on the Bronx Bombers. We dropped the bombs on the sheep last week. We really did. In their, I mean, in our second home. It's like a tree house. So far, it's like a little tree house out in the backyard for us. We like to go out there sometimes, hang out. We won't tell anybody that we go there. That we still go sit in our tree house out in the back. We won't tell anybody that. But sometimes we go out there, we chill, we smoke one. We turn our music up loud and shit like that, and we just lay out until we don't feel like it anymore. Then we go back home refreshed, go back in the house happy because we came outside to do what we came to do, and we did it, and there was no one there to stop us. This week, does anybody know are we on the road or are we at home? My sons were saying they were very, very, very upset with the amount of road games that we seem to have this year. They were like, "Do we have like 11 road games?" Like that's not how it works, boys. 9 and 8, 9 and 8 all the time. But it does seem like we had an inordinate amount of road games. Also because, and again, just really quickly for the side, a side note, side hustle, side chick. This is a side chick right here. I don't ever want to fucking see those white jerseys in Santa Clara ever a fucking again. As we said during the game, if it's too hot, that's your problem to try. You being you, Jed York, fix the stadium. I don't ever want to see that shit again. If we're at home, we better be bleeding the red like the fans are. What kind of backwards shit is that? It doesn't really matter where we play the Bucks because the Bucks are going to buck. And Baker with 10 touchdowns and one interception. Again, we're talking about hitting walls today. He's going to hit the wall. And I fully expect Baker Mayfield and his crotch to hit the wall this Sunday. Game is on national television. Make sure you hit the thumbs up here, hit the notification bell after you hit the subscribe button so that you can be here with me for play by play for Niners versus Bucks. I may have some friends jump in that have never been on the platform. I'm going to try. They're not really that kind of guy. I make the pronouns. He's not really that kind of guy, but he's a major, major, major Buccaneers fan, and I can't wait to show him why that's a tactical error. No matter where you're born, grow up. For all you fans out there, grow up. Uh, uh, Go Dodgers, because I was born in L.A. That's not why I love them. And on the internet, stop telling people that they can't be fans of teams because of where they were born. Because you sound ignorant or you read ignorant. Whichever one, you don't want to do that. And you also want to be telling people what the fuck they can do. Because again, you just sound ignorant. You can like whoever and whatever, whenever, however you want to like it. I like the 49ers this weekend against the Buccaneers. I like for Baker Mayfield to come back down to reality and planet Earth. Right now, he's in that super space, that super boat ship. It motherfucker turned into a rocket ship. Little Einsteins. Straight to the moon for Baker Mayfield. Well, the sun's coming up, Baker. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, Baker Mayfield. And that's without your father. We don't have Nick. It's no problem. Baker Mayfield falls this weekend. He gets the reality check that he so shortly deserves. And the 49ers move to 5-1. So today on the 7th, I want to say thank you all for stepping up with us. Thank you for being a 49er fan. Just the mental sense that you have to make that decision. The capacity is limitless for you because you are a 49er. And it's limitless for me. So we need to make sure that we're together. Subscribe to the channel. Be here with us for October 12th, I believe it is, against the Buccaneers. That could be a royal ass whooping. It could be our most fun game of the season. It could be our most fun game of the season because the Buccaneers, they are not good. And neither is Baker. He's not good. And he sees our team in his nightmares. I fully believe that. The Buccaneers will always be the Buccaneers. They wear creamsicle. Thank you so much for watching. Niner gang or don't bang. I appreciate all of y'all. Some of you were here with us all throughout the last week, the Niner game, Dodger games. Thank you for supporting the channel. Share the video around with your friends, with your family members, even with people that you don't like. If you hate watch me and you have a friend that you don't like and you want to ruin their night, send me to them. It just might work. You never know. Or if you love someone and you love me like I love you, send me to them. That may work too. You may get something extra special. You never know. You never know, anything can happen. Except for the 49ers losing this weekend to the Buccaneers. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all be safe. Niner, gang, or don't bang. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video around.